No, not Frenchie. Prima, Freshie, Pema. Pema.
The Ecuadorian girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. How old is she now? 10?
No,
11?
she was 13.
Oh, okay.
So she was 12 and probably 13 now.
Okay.
I'm all about celebrating all ages, but like really telling the young ones like, hey, you can step into trail running, but really do shorter distances.
Yeah. It's important to kind of stick to the shorter distance stuff.
Like,
and there's cool races going on this weekend for like our U18 or U20 athletes.
Exactly.
So that's like a good tie in. Is she racing any of the other stuff?
I think she's doing the...
She's doing the 23K?
Yeah.
That family's a little crazy.
Like,
I was really proud because Ruth came in and said something like that. Oh boy.
All right, let's do it. Well, this is a preview of this weekend. It's going to be fully unfiltered. I love when we kick it up that way. So. Yeah, let's swearing. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is the moment you have been waiting for. This is the biggest sub-ultra race in North America, kicking off the trail running week of the season, and we are absolutely stoked to be sharing that with you. My name is Martin Gaffrey. We are here in Palisades, Tahoe for the Broken Arrow Skyrace, and to co-host this race with me, Corinne Malcolm, the one and only. Welcome, Corinne.
I am so excited to be here. The dream team is back together for a full weekend of coverage every single day, every single race. We will be on the mics, chatting it up, getting to watch runners do some incredible things, and cheering on everyone from the front of the pack to those last finishers during the bell.
100%, because there's going to be so many themes here, but like you said it, inclusive, many people are welcome, so many distances across the 3 days that this event will take place. And here, a quick look at the weather conditions. Almost perfect racing conditions, Corinne.
Yeah, we were joking coming out of the P&W that it's almost a little bit muggy here. We had hail, lightning, rain last night, but it is setting up, I think, to be really ideal for ripping a fast ascent today.
And yeah, because last year we couldn't actually get the entire vertical core course. So this year we get the full delivery for this Ascent. We'll see all the top athletes on the pointy end of the spectrum, and then all the participants having a good crack at the vertical.
Yeah, it is. It is beautiful. They start really steep up the ski slope at the bottom. It's actually interesting for an Ascent. It's got a little bit of a downhill in it around the 2-mile mark, which might be something that some runners are looking forward to and some runners are not looking forward to. But again, 3.61 miles, 5.8 kilometers, 2,840 vertical feet or 865 vertical meters, running from the base all the way up to the top, going over the infamous Stairway to Heaven, the ladder that just has epic, epic photos from.
And it's a new one.
It's a new ladder. It's not red. Brendan did promise it'll be red by next year.
All right. It's going to be
we
painted.
are excited to see.
Could we make it orange?
That's a question for ACG.
We shall see. So here we go. You have the images of the starts, final stages of warming up. All these runners that come in into that little start line. And as you can see, as you said, Corinne, really steep first part. And you have to be actually careful about how you get out of the gate.
Yeah, it is very, very steep. People are going to break from a run to a hike there before they really have to get into gear in order to make it up the mountain expeditiously. And you'll also see that this race in particular plays, I think, a triple threat this weekend. It is the Ascent for the vertical, for the Broken Arrow Skyrace, not quite a vertical kilometer anymore, but it is also a WMRA World Cup, and it also serves as the USATF uphill national championship. So you're going to see some runners with a bib on their back that will say either open or an age group on it. And so those runners are also looking to podium on the for the national championship at the vertical distance.
So top Americans will also be like getting
National
titles.
champions. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, very, very excited. We're going to try to pick out some runners here. I saw Lottie Brinks about to go hike up and cheer, I believe. That looks like it's probably our French-Canadian or Sydney Peterson. There's two Brooks athletes in the field. We saw Liam Myro stretching it out. Got to get those long legs ready to ascend very quickly.
He is ready to send it.
Yeah, doing your pre-race strides is a little different when you start directly up a ski slope.
And we got some newcomers as well, which is going to be exciting to see how they're doing. Rory coming from the road background, like 2:06 marathon, and he's like, okay, he's had a month since the end of the road marathon season to try and perfect his uphill running skill. He was a bit stressed, a bit anxious. But
I heard you said that he was worried about the downhill section. I was like, Rory, that's free speed for you.
100%. But like he was in really good spirits, and then basically he said, you know what? Like if that race goes really well, like I'll probably come back next year for the 23. And he was like, but actually, if he goes average, I'll probably be back. And if he goes back bad, I think I'll still be back. So yeah, he was in really good spirits. Oh, there we go. Anna Gibson just right at the front of your screen, coming down the hill.
Olympian Anna Gibson. Like, how cool is that? We have actually several Olympians in the field here. So you've got, not only do you have Anna Gibson and her teammate from Skimo, Cam, in the men's side, a former champion of this race distance here as well. But you also have Jessie Dickens doing the triple this weekend. So she'll be in the Ascent, the 46K, and the 23K, getting to play every single day.
Getting the Triple Crown, as we call it here. And there we go. This is the course preview. So you see they're starting at the bottom of that ski field. So that first part is really going to hurt. And this is where I believe the race can be lost, but not won. So if you, like last year, it was a shortened course, but Christian came out, like he was probably like 10, 12 seconds off the front of the pack. But you see on these switchbacks, dirt road, fire road, fast. So if you have the fast legs, you can really make a lot of ground here. And then that's, Corinne, the downhill you were talking about right there over that ridge. It's not super steep. It's fast.
It's really, really fast. On snowy years, there is oftentimes snow on that downhill section, which can really kind of like mess things up for folks. You're slipping around. It's not very fast footing. There's oftentimes, amazing snow steps cut into the finish. There will not be any snow on the course this year, so everyone will have very, very dry feet. They'll tag the top. There's normally like big horns up there welcoming everyone in. And it'll also be cool, too, the local Nordic ski team. There's a bunch of young rippers on that. So I know people are cheering for Pema in the chat as well, who I think want to say is like 12 or 13. But there will be a number of really young Nordic ski kids from the local ski club also looking to perform today as well.
I mean, and like for Nordic skiing, cross-country skiing, this is the best possible transition onto trails because it's all uphill, all power, and it's more forgiving on the body for especially for younger ones. You know, you can have a crack at this, but shorter distance and just basically all engine. There we go. This is the program of the next 3 days. Today we're covering the Ascent, but tomorrow, don't miss out, we'll have the 46Ks, so essentially 2 loops of the 23K, and obviously that's going to be the pinnacle race on a Sunday 23K. Probably one of the deepest fields you can find on sub-ultra in North America.
Oh, for sure in North America and like honestly globally
world
too.
class.
You know,
100%.
A world-class field. We got a lot of athletes that are over here. They'll be staying in the U.S. to race at Quebec Mega Trail for the Golden Trail World Series in just about 2 weeks. We've got athletes racing this weekend who are then going to be helping out at Western States later this next week. It is really a jam-packed start to the summer mountain racing season. And I do also want to mention that we'll be joined in studio all weekend by some special athlete guests, and we are going to have amazing folks out in the field as well, bringing us some on-the-ground live commentary.
Yep. We're certainly not going to run out of content, that is for sure. And we're again stoked to have all of you in the chat joining us for this 3 days party, celebrating all athletes coming to run like one of those many races. Again, we're going to be covering 3 races, but there are so many more. There's 2 races for the young ones. We got the 11Ks, we got the 18Ks.
You got the Iron Face Challenge.
Oh, yes, with a bit of scrambling via Ferrata. A lot of fun.
Oh, they're the 2 Olympians, Jessie Diggins and Anna Gibson, getting to hang out there. That is a pretty special moment to get to see. Again, Jessie Diggins, the most decorated U.S. cross-country skier. I want to say a 4-time Olympic medalist, retired after this last Olympic and World Cup season. And it sounds like she's going to be doing a bit more trail racing, which is very exciting to see.
And there we go. Some of the usual suspects here on the left side of your screen. Representing Team Run Together, sponsored by On, Philemon Kiriago, and to the right was 2 times uphill world champion Patrick Kimeno.
And in the middle is a young but very talented uphill and mountain classic runner, Zach Hanna.
There we go.
And he, I would say, is probably a top 5 to podium threat here. He's been here before. He's familiar with this course. I'm really excited to see what he could do. An Irish kid.
There we go. And we were talking about this before. Here's Kieran, also one of the usual participants. That's his 6th participation.
Yeah, Bailey is jumping into this race. Tabor Hemming on your screen as well. The who's who of the North American trail running scene. Also Laura Hamilton, who's a Australian skimo athlete and trail runner. Really excited to see her on the start lines this weekend.
Yeah. And DJ when she's not running.
Oh, yeah. I love that she DJs. She's been very public about her autoimmune condition. She's got ankylosing spondylitis and is on basically an immunosuppressant monthly to allow her to be able to run. It makes her feel really horrible, but it also makes her joints work. And so, it's really cool to see her continue to show up in the sport and try to compete at the highest level, knowing that she's dealing with a chronic illness all the time.
Yeah. We had a quick glimpse of Cesare Maestri as well, coming from Italy. This man, he's the unluckiest person when it comes to travel. It hasn't been in the past 2 years a flight that hasn't been delayed. So he's here, still there, with probably sleep deprived, but...
These 2 on our screen are both doing the Triple Crown as well. That's Alyssa Clark on the left and Leah Yingling on the right. One of our co-commentators for Western States oftentimes. So excited to see her, a new mom, throwing down in the Triple Crown this weekend. We actually got a great women's Triple Crown field, which I know we're not covering this weekend, but we're going to be, I think, on the back end.
Keep an eye on that, indeed. Like Jasmine Lowther as well from Canada.
And Jasmine could do really well today. And Jasmine could be a threat, I think, on all 3 days, but particularly, I think, in an Ascent and in the 46K. There's Rory Linkletter, the man, the myth, the legend, the Puma athlete, the Canadian record holder. Again, a 2:06 marathoner on the start line this weekend. He's not the only very fast marathoner. We also have Steph Bruce, formerly of Naz Elite, a really, really talented road athlete. Never quite made the U.S. Olympic team, but was knocking on the door in both the road marathon and 10K on the track. Really excited to see her. Joyce
and Giroux on the left side, 2:36 number, and then 2:49 is Valentine Ruto.
I'm really happy that we got to confirm that she is here. We were a little bit worried that maybe she wouldn't be. Also, another name to keep an eye on, a previous champion here, Ali Avatar,
Yes, it's going to be hard to do that.
It's going to be hard.
We all have McLaughlin still in mind.
Oh, there's Jade Bellsberg as well. Excited to see her rip this weekend.
Here's Tabor with the sunglasses.
Looking serious with the space
Oh,
buns.
yeah. And it was funny because I had a chat with her and her partner Eli, and we were all talking about altitude because up here, like, we're almost at 2,000 meters, like over 6,000 feet, and she was like, "Oh yeah, like we're dropping down," because they live so high. For them, it's like, "Oh yeah, no, we're dropping down."
This is low altitude.
This
for
is
the
low
Hemmings.
altitude for them.
Yeah, again, an exceptionally good field in the Ascent. Many of these athletes will be doubling back either to the 46K tomorrow or the 23K on Sunday. Patrick is definitely an uphill specialist, but we've watched him run so many, kind of mid-short distance races. He can kind of do it all, but he, of this group, is probably the uphill specialist.
Right. And, like 2 years ago, he came in, did the double. He won the vertical, and then he went on and won the 23. So if we have Patrick in full force, that could be interesting.
And next to Anna, it is Steph Bruce. That is who that athlete is. She's in the Tracksmith kit here, I think probably doing her first ever trail race.
Ooh.
Liam is so tall.
He is indeed. And he's going to be stoked to send it there. We saw her as well. She's like a tiny little runner. I think she was on the right-hand side of Philemon and Patrick. She's coming from France, is Nelly Clément, and we'll have to keep an eye on her. She's just fresh of the European Mountain Running Championships, and she took bronze both in the vertical and the up-down. And so
exceptional performances. A lot of the European athletes that are here are coming off of Open European Trail or Off-Road Champs, I think is technically what it's called, and they did. A lot of these athletes did the vertical there and the classic up-down. So it was a pretty good tune-up, I would say, to coming stateside.
So again, for all of you tuning in, welcome to the live chat. It is so good to have you all with us, sharing this exceptional moment. Like, we are going to be live today, tomorrow, and Saturday for a big trail running celebration. We're obviously going to be talking a lot about elite athletes, but there's so many stories that we will share with you all over the weekend. Very inspired to see like all these people coming from all over the world to partake in this Broken Arrow Skyrace. One of the most inclusive events here in North America, again, across this weekend. I think we're getting started very, very soon.
Less than a minute to
go.
Getting the hype going there. Yeah, a lot of local clubs present. Native Women Run is here. Priscilla Rojas and her group from SoCal is here. I think the Non-Binary Run Club is here. Run Montgomery will be representing the non-binary category in today's race before towing the line at Western States next week. Really a very, very cool race weekend in North America.
Oh yeah, they're getting hyped up. It's gonna be sick.
I hope everyone's ready for 36 minutes of chaos.
And again, such a hard start. You really have to pace yourself up that first bit of climb. Look at that, straight up the hill. And they're gonna, kind of move to the left side of your screen because then it kind of bends a little bit. So you'll see them eventually line up. But it's a tough one.
Zach Hanna kind of pushing at the front there in that purple and yellow kit. Again, a super talented young athlete out of Ireland. Maybe making the move to the front, though. I think that's Anna Gibson sitting there in that front row as well. Again,
it's all or nothing.
Skimo, Olympian. Unfortunately, the chocolate medal at the Olympics.
Yes.
Sitting in fourth place there.
But imagine, though, fourth in the Olympics.
It's in a debut event, and really a debut sport for her. So very, very cool to see.
And we talked about this. Like, we say, oh, she might be a little bit like rusty. But again, like all this training on skis for Skimo, like translate perfectly into Ascent races. Like it's just so much power that you get. So seeing her at the front, I mean, it's bold, but she will probably be feeling the most comfortable on that very steep stuff. And then eventually, hopefully, she has the the running legs to take another win here.
Yeah, we were saying that she might feel rusty running because she has really taken a good step away from racing post-Olympics to reset and recalibrate, but she's also a person that really needs to be happy and filled with joy in order to run well, and she's been going on some pretty fun-looking adventures recently, multi-sporting to the extreme. So that is expected that I would say that she probably is in a pretty good headspace at minimum this weekend. Oh, the masses.
Oh, yeah. The good old power hiking. If you've never done a trail race before, this is how you do it. When the steep, slopes starts to hit, this is what you do. You actually will be going faster to bend over, hands on knees, push exactly the way you can see it on the right side of your screen here. If you have poles, if you're familiar with using poles, then this is the best way to just propulse yourself forward and using a whole lot of upper body strength to save a little bit your legs. Yeah, it's interesting because, these top athletes, very at the front might be still running. And I think, is this Patrick or is this Philemon?
I feel like
Patrick said he was going to take it extremely hot out of the gate. He was like, I don't care. I want to make a statement and I'm going to go extremely hard.
You got to remember, he is the 2-time uphill world champion.
And it is Philemon, actually. I see Patrick right a little bit further back. So Philemon took it out hard.
And I was saying before we went live that, and maybe you guys heard it when our mics were hot, but Philemon, I feel like, hasn't actually performed to his fullest potential in the vertical here in particular. So seeing him leading out this race is confidence inspiring. Patrick had a race recently that I don't think that didn't go perfectly. And it kind of had us wondering which version of Patrick we're going to get this weekend. And time will tell. The man is a talented runner, but we're curious to see what we get this weekend out of some potentially early season tired athletes.
Yeah. So, and that's really the question we all ask ourselves, so is now Patrick getting too old to compete with the young ones? But let's not forget, when he races at altitude, he 100% delivers. And so you see here, that's what I was saying. Even the world-class athletes, the top of the top in the bed, he took a few steps hiking. And this is what you do in trail running if you're not familiar with this. But he transitioned back, and look at the spring in his legs. Philemon is on a mission today, hoping to make a statement, but they are actually closing.
Yeah, they're staying right with him. These two in particular are not going to let that elastic break. The long hair there with the mustache is slim, so he's found himself in a pretty good position off the start, which is, I think, a really good place for him to be. He has been racing a lot recently, and we're not sure that he's coming in the absolute freshest, but the man knows how to deliver.
And he knows how to hurt, that's for sure.
There's Liam tucked in there, Zach Hanna tucked in there. Cam tucked in there.
Kieran just ahead. And that was Cesare Maestri, I think.
Mika is back. He's not doing the 23K this weekend because his knee isn't quite ready. But Mika there. Anna Gibson leading your women's race in there. Probably tucked into 15th. Just ahead of Rory Linkletter.
There you go.
Rory, you stick with Anna. That's a good place to be.
It surely is. And again, having a conversation with them, it's hey, don't get too excited in that steep part because this is you could really gas yourself.
Got bib 277 on our screen as well, an athlete out of Mexico. We're going to get an ID, although we probably have people in the chat that can easily ID this runner for us as well. We are reliant on our sourcing of information.
Is that 277 or 272 from Mexico? Oh, man, Philemon, he's switch gears. I know that his face and the game face is on. There's Brian Rodriguez, as we see on the screen.
We've got a lot of people actually cheering for him in the chat as well. I saw that when we were kicking things off. So really excited to see him up here in this podium lead pack. It looks like maybe Christian's made a move as well, back behind him sitting in third position, which is incredibly exciting. We've got an amazing team of guys and gals out there on bikes, getting us a lot of the on-the-ground coverage. And then we've got drone pilots out there, some static cams, and then we'll have a good setup at the top to welcome the runners to the finish line.
Absolutely. And actually, to give you an idea, so see, I think that person here on one of the mountain bikes actually was halfway up the hill on foot, and he left the mountain bike up top. And so he was brave to run with the front runners and then jump on the bike and then carry on. Here's, again, our women's leader.
Death, Taxes, and Anna Gibson. Those are the three dependables.
Yeah.
Yeah, people asking about Lauren Gregory. I believe Lauren is only racing the 23K this weekend. Yeah, that is your lead woman on the screen again. Anna Gibson. I remember meeting her a couple of years ago here, and she was fresh off of NCAAs in the 1500 meter. She was running at Broken Arrow.
4:12.
Something stupid fast.
Yeah.
Was running here, and then was going to USA's on the track. And that was before I knew that she was also a talented cyclist and a talented skier.
Climber.
Like getting into rock climbing. Again, what can't Anna do? That's the question.
And it looked like, I mean, she was head down and, you know, looking like she was hurting, but like working but not hurting. That's how I want to say it. Like,
This isn't the big downhill, but this is one of the places where they can open it up a little bit before it pitches up again.
Here
Yeah.
we go. Christian Allen, ladies and gentlemen, this is last year's winner on the shortened course, and this is where he had made his move on that flat, more runnable section. He cranked a gear, and I think mentally this is also where he'll feel like this is where he can play his cards right. Right now, sitting in third position and definitely keeping an eye on Philemon and Brian.
Yeah, he got a little arm shake out there for a moment, just
trying
trying
to relax.
stay really relaxed, rocking that Radical Airflow tank. Someone in the chat said, maybe when are we going to see Radical Airflow shorts, and are any of us brave enough to actually wear them?
I love that question.
Seems a little risky. We'll ask the design team to get on that for you. I did see there's a new Radical Air bucket hat.
There is, I saw that. There is indeed.
Again, back up to your race leader. On the track, you say, oh, they've gone to their arms. You know, when they're pushing really hard, they've gone to their arms. It does feel like Philemon's kind of going to his arms a little bit here, trying to make an early break. But we did just see a little look over the shoulder there, trying to gauge that gap behind him.
But then again, like having a chat with him and Patrick, like he was absolutely fired up. He's like, hey, you know what? I've been coming to this race before. This is my third time, and
in a row, 3 years in a row.
And I want to win. I want to put Philemon on that winning list. And he said, whether this is in the Ascent or the 23Ks, I do want to win. And seeing him, like I feel like he's putting more ground on the rest of the field. Like maybe he was looking back, he's like, can I just like completely break the elastic and just really pull away early, create a safety blanket. There we go. Slim has moved into second place.
Just behind our athlete from Mexico is Cam.
Cam Smith.
Making a move.
We said it. He's here. He's got nothing to lose. He's already won that race. Woo-hoo-hoo. Things are getting spicy.
Yeah, Cam with the flow. Christian's got flow, right, with the mullet and the mustache, but no one's got hair quite like Cam Smith.
Oh, no. No, it's a different set of hair.
He's in that the teal and kind of pink there. Well, actually, Patrick is now in that pack.
And yep, good spotting. And I was just gonna say, like, Patrick is here and second place at ETC, the 15K race of the UTMB World Series final, Cesare Maestri. And we got to look out for this guy because he can
Patrick's
run.
making a move. Patrick is up on the right-hand side.
There we go.
Making a move, looking to bridge to Christian.
And again, Patrick, we talked about him. He's a little older compared to the rest of the competitors, but he has experience for himself.
He's ageless.
He's nailing race pacing absolutely perfectly. Like, we've seen him come back in the last 2-3 Ks of some races where we haven't seen him at all, and then he just pops up. Nelly Clément here on your screen. Is she the second place runner behind Anna?
I'd imagine Anna is far enough up that she's kind of in that top 15 group of men right now. And this is, again, the double bronze medalist from the very recent European Off-Road Championships and in this discipline, and then the uphill downhill. Incredibly impressive.
Yeah, it's good to see the Frenchies show up in America. Oh, so by the sound of it, she's fifth woman, so we've actually have a few
in between. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that I think that might be Jade Bellsberg just in front of her. We're making on the fly IDs there, but that blue top looks like what Jade was in at the finish. And again, Jade is one of the most versatile athletes probably in this field when it comes to running. She's put down phenomenal times up to about the 80K distance. She's gone further than that, up to the 100K. But her VK to 80K range, she qualified for every single discipline for Worlds last year for Team Canada, and then got to choose what she wanted to race. She qualified for the Ascent, the up down, the short trail, and the long trail team. Like, who can do that?
Yeah, you don't make friends in the Canadian team. It's like, man, you're stealing all the potential spots. I think we're gonna have our first guest, and so Corinne is gonna leave us for a very short while.
I'll be back. I'm going to drink some coffee. I'll see you guys in just a few.
Here we go. And we're going to welcome one of our most talented runner coming all the way from Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, soon to be on the screen and really excited to joining us here is Nienke Brinkman. And if you don't know that name, you've probably been sleeping under a rock for a long time. But it's good to have you here. Welcome.
Good morning. Thanks. Wow.
And so you popping it at the right time. We are on the women's race, and here's Joyce and Jeru cruising up the hill. If you are not familiar with Joyce's stride, you could be looking at her and be like, wow, she is working hard. She's head down. There's a bit of a lower stride, but this is how she raced. That is her body language of her working hard. She is by no means cooked, and she has won this race before, and she will be wanting to win it again. They've gone head to head, her and Anna Gibson, twice. Once Joyce got the better out of Anna, another time Anna got the best out of Joyce. Today is the rematch, and we'll see who can bring it home.
Yeah, they went out hard, no?
They did, but that's the name of the game. In the vertical, you really don't have much room for breathing. You've done that recently, actually.
Yeah.
So tell us about your experience in the vertical.
It's just from the gun in the red until the finish.
And so, how do you come into a race mentally when you know you're just going to go, like, you know, in ultra running, you're like, okay, you run, eventually you get to, like, the hurt locker, and it's, okay, now I'm in it, but from the beginning, you just in
Yeah,
there.
I think you need to set to a certain time that it will be painful, and you know in your head how long it's gonna take around that kind of time, and you need to, and then you know, okay, it's gonna be suffering in that amount of time, because looking at the distance is really hard. The distance goes very slow. Looking at the elevation gain is hard, so I usually look at the time that you have to do. Yeah, but it's really hard. I mean, I kind of look into the race too. I know now this race, it has a little downhill. Maybe you split it up into 3 parts.
Yeah, up, down,
yeah,
up.
Yeah, and then you know, like after the first up, you have some kind of breathing time, sort of, because it's still hard.
So I'm sorry, because I know you super well. I know where you're coming from and all that. But like, for those who actually do not know Nienke Brinkman, can you please like introduce yourself a little bit, like both what you've accomplished from a running perspective, both like on trails and marathons, and then we'll talk a little bit about what you do on the side.
Yeah, so I came into trail running, I think in 21 or something.
Yeah.
Then I was second in Cherzinal, and then I joined the Golden Trail Series, and I was second that year. And then the next year I was first in the Golden Trail Series.
You're just like, well, I'm going to come back and win that thing.
Yeah. But I also like to run on the roads, and then in 22 I got the national record. I'm from the Netherlands, but now it's taken from Sifan Hassan, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a tough one to beat.
Yeah, it is, because she has a 2:13, and my time was 2:22. So it's still I need to do like 9 minutes, but that's yeah. I mean, it was really nice, and I also participated in the European Championships on the road, and then I got a bronze medal. And then I had a lot of injuries afterwards.
Yeah, you were away from the scene, but it's really good to have you back. And yeah, we're excited to have you here on the men's race. Something is happening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Patrick Kimeno, both runners now from Run Together are in the lead. And Patrick has made a move on Philemon. He's paced himself a little more at the beginning. Philemon went really hot out of the gates, and now it's Patrick taking over. Woo! What a race it is shaping out to be.
It looks so easy when you look at them.
Yeah. And so you were talking about like how you break down a race, like how to manage this. For those who are jumping into trail running, like what would be your number one advice for whoever wants to jump into like a shorter race or a vertical race?
I think really not really looking a lot at your watch all the time. I think runners are sometimes obsessed with the watch, or I don't know, like pacing, and I think in trail running it's just, you know, you need to manage your effort to make it to the finish in a good way, I think.
Oh, and it looks like we're also going to have a match in the women's race, because it looks like here indeed on your screen, Joyce Sanjero is closing the gap on Anna Gibson.
Yeah, wow, they are.
Oh, so good. We are in for a rematch again. Like I was saying, the past few years, these two absolute legends in the women's field have gone head to head, and we will see this unfold again in this live broadcast. And we're super excited to have you, all of us, like all of you, with us on the first day of 3 days of live broadcast. 16 minutes elapsed in this ascent, and already so much has unfolded. Put in the chat, like, you know, you can still, you know, tell us who you believe will win. There has been changes already, but give us your 2 cents on who you believe will take out the win, both in the men's and the women's race, and we'll see in probably less than 20 minutes now in the men's, and probably 25 minutes in the women.
You know what's crazy, I think? If you look now at the images, it's 17 minutes in and you have already this view, how high they have climbed.
Oh.
It's always so, I don't know, it's crazy how quickly you actually run up. And then when you're in there, you think, I haven't done anything yet.
That's the thing. Like when you're in it, exactly. Like you're focused. You're like basically trying to pace yourself good. And now you see Anna like creeping up on the men's field. You're in the zone. So yeah, it's just true. You don't really realize how much you've climbed. And then if you get the chance to look around, it's like, whoa, we're already pretty up high. So super exciting to see. I wonder if Anna has had the chance to look over her shoulder and realize that Joyce was getting closer, although Anna seems to have made a bit of another push here and reopened a bit of a gap.
And it's like 3.4 they are in? Or is that the men's leader, how far they are in?
Might be the men's leader, because the total distance in kilometers, like we're from Europe, so we'll go kilometers, 5.8 total, with 865 meters of gain. And there we go. So Cam Smith has actually moved and is now ahead of Christian Allen. Brian Rodriguez from Mexico is now sitting, I believe, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th place. And a little bit of a reminder here, there's $6,000 on the line for the win, both in the men and women, but the prize money goes 10 deep. So there's money right now to be won for all these gentlemen. And you can see the ground is a little bit uneven. I was seeing in the chat somebody asking about Christian's shoes. These are indeed prototypes, not on the market yet. They are called the Kiger Fly, and look out for these shoes because they are absolutely sick.
Light.
Yeah, you running them?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But I get them today.
You get them today. There we go. It's going to be good to have your opinion, but yeah, I've only had the chance to have them in hand, and they are light, fast, and there's, if I believe, I forgot it correctly, 2 versions, one kind of normal version and one like kind of a bigger lugs for softer ground. And look at that, Cam Smith. It's almost unusual to see him without poles, but he has such power once again. 4th place in the Olympics with Anna Gibson for the first edition of the Skimo racing in the Olympics. And now we are back with, are we back with the men's leader? No, I think this is Philemon, 100% sure, but is he back in the lead, or is he still behind Patrick, who's now would mean have opened a bit of a gap? We shall see. Let's see. We have a bit of an interview coming up to hear Christian's strategy, the way he's going to handle this ascent, as we now switching back to Joyce Sanjero once again, representing Team Normal. And the gap is about the same, Ninke.
Yeah.
Like it's being steady. And, you know, with these switchbacks, I think, you know, you just look over your shoulder quietly. You don't want to show you looking back, but I'm pretty sure you try to eye, like, you see what's happening behind you.
But I think the gap looks small, but it's still for Joyce. It's hard to close that gap if it's so steep.
That's right. And then, again, to your point, you're saying, like, you don't really look at pace or distance, you look at time. And indeed, like, it's a short distance, but probably from a time perspective, it's like 15 seconds. And then, closing 15 seconds is a lot.
Yeah. And I think Anna looks really strong, so Joyce needs to put in a push.
She will have to. But there we go. We are on the flatter section before really dropping down. And Patrick... No. So we had another shift. So it's now the two front runners are from Team Run Together. And look at that, like arms down, shoulders down, relaxing, opening up to try and catch a breather from that hard effort uphill. And this is absolute masterclass. This is exactly the thing you want to do. Like open up, like pick up some speed, but just to relax. Just like, you know, make everything work nice and smooth before you get back onto first a little bit of a flatter section and then back at climbing it. No, it is still Patrick Kimeno, 2 times uphill world champion. We had our questions on Patrick, top shape, because in the few opening races this season, he hasn't quite delivered the performances we know he can. But seeing him now in the lead shows that he's back. And again, he's one of the few runners who's been able to do back-to-back wins, taking the win in the vertical in the Ascent and the win on the 23K. So can he hold on to a win today and possibly a win on Sunday? We shall see, but it's a good sign. It shows that Patrick is in top shape.
Yeah.
And there we go. I don't know if you heard it. One of our cam runner was saying Joyce is now closing on Anna.
Yeah. I think on the flat section or flatter downhill, maybe some of them have a chance to go speed up. I don't know what's your like strategy in the race. Maybe you have like super speedy legs.
Yeah. It's just like how you handle that. Those sections. You know, Rory Linkletter, like pure road runner, was like, okay, in the descent, like I'm gonna try and relax, not break my legs.
Yeah.
Here you get Philemon looking back, but man, the gap between Patrick and Philemon is substantial.
You can see them, I think.
Yeah, you can see them, but again, from a distance perspective and in time perspective, there is quite a lot going on here. And then asking in the chat, just like, oh, the mountain biker needs to get out of the way. They are very well aware about the runners. These are not only professional mountain bikers, so these are the type of skills you need to be able to follow those races. They're on e-mountain bikes at that, and then we have many on the course, obviously, because this is how we offer you those images, split screen, first and second woman. You can really compare the paces, and also I believe we'll be switching between the men and the women's race. But this is basically the setup we have between a little bit of cam runners today, a lot of mountain bikers. We'll have drone pilots, fixed cameras as well. Field reporters, I believe, eventually will tune in perhaps when we get to the ladder. And we appreciate you being here.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Ninki, for joining us today. We appreciate you taking the time. Good luck this weekend. It's going to be a fun one.
Sunday.
Yes. And we're going to get Corinne back. Big excitement. And here, the first splits in the men's race. Patrick Kimeno has taken the lead in already 23 seconds. This is what we were talking about. Cam Smith in third place. And there we go. This is the move. We didn't know whether it was going to happen or not. And this is even a move at an interesting time, because it's going to be when they are going down. Corinne, you're coming back right at the perfect time.
This is amazing. I knew I was watching behind the scenes, and I was like, okay, Joyce is closing. I think you were like, wow, Joyce always looks like she's working
yes.
really hard.
Yeah.
She like goes to the arm. She's kind of hunched, but this is a great place for Joyce to make a move because, again, when we get to the top, it's rockier. There's weirder terrain. Like, she needs to try to open up a gap in a section where she can make a smooth breaking of that elastic versus in the hiking kind of scrambly sections that are coming up just around the corner, really.
Yeah, and again, like seeing her in that descent, we know Joyce is used to running on all types of terrain. As you were saying, on a technical, that's her jam. But the downhill, she can run downhill. Look at it, was super smooth. And just like that, in a matter of a few hundred meters, she has opened a gap on Anna. And so question is, was that part of the strategy? She was like, I need to be like either in the front or really making a move on that. She knows that this is a place where she can play her cards right, and it is awesome to see her deliver here.
Yeah, so our camera again, a skilled mountain biker with that camera following our lead woman. Joyce, again, she finished second to Anna here last year in the shortened course, but she beat Anna by 2 minutes 2 years ago, running the Ascent in 45 minutes. So we're looking for 36-ish minutes. They've messed up Anna's flag there, but the men we're looking for the men's finishing times to be around 36, 37 minutes, and for the women's times to be roughly around 45 minutes.
And did you see who was in third place?
I did not.
Tabor Haming.
So again, Tabor's been dealing with this kind of interesting injury. They thought they had this really specific Achilles issue that might require surgery. It turns out it's not Hagelin's, which is like a kind of like this weird growth on your Achilles. And so they changed up their PT style. It's been doing a lot of biking, and honestly, biking translates so well to uphill running.
It gives you so much power indeed.
We talk a lot about, the road marathoners coming into the Ascent, but honestly, show me a mountain biker, show me a high-level mountain biker or a high-level road cyclist or cyclocross rider or gravel cyclist, and they're so good at putting out power, they can crush an Ascent. So she's been training on the bike. That's Allie Avatar, Allie Mack.
Yeah.
Back to Anna Gibson, but Tabor's been having to train on the bike due to this injury, so all of her running that she has been doing has been pretty high quality, but not a lot of volume for her. And so I think an Ascent in particular is really great for her because she doesn't have to worry about that heel issue cropping up as much.
And again, I repeat that if you weren't with us right at the beginning, but like her and Eli are coming off like the ranch where they live and train, and so they're dropping almost 1,000 feet. So from an altitude perspective, like she's gonna be absolutely fine, and it's awesome to see her, be in third place here, like. It's the Tabor we love to see. Here we go. Our top two gentlemen. Patrick Jimeno still in the lead. Followed, what would you say? Like about 15 seconds back?
Yeah, they look so close together, but those flags, it takes a little while to get in between the two. But again, Patrick, really patient start. Let the guys pull it out front.
He knows.
And then did what he does so well. Again, a two-time world champion. Has top 5 finishes at world champs in this discipline as well. Really, really excited to see the king of the Broken Arrow Ascent back to defend his title.
He is, and I mean we're talking about like world titles. Last year at the Mountain Running Classic World Champ, actually Philemon got gold as well. So Philemon can definitely run super strong, and I think he might. I don't know if he's holding back just a tiny bit because they are both running as well on Sunday.
It's Valentine in front there.
Yeah. Valentin Ruto. And so what do we get?
And the blue singlet is not Jade Bellsberg, nor is it Courtney Coppinger.
All right.
I can tell you who it's not.
I love when we have new names, new faces coming into the scene.
And there are a number of men and women like that in the 23K that I'm so excited to talk about that have like broken onto the scene this year in some early season racing at Sunapee Scramble, at Gorge Waterfalls, at Big Alta, who have really started to shine in that kind of sub 50K distance. This weekend celebrates that in such a prominent way. Joyce picking people off. Head down, elbow swinging. We love to see it. Eden O'Day is what we're getting from the chat in the blue singlet behind
There
Valentine.
we go. And I guess we have to give a shout out to Mexico because Brian Rodriguez is doing
Hanging
really
tough.
well. And we love, it's always a very enthusiastic, every supportive team in Mexico. So here you go, Liam Myro here. I think he was
Just ahead of Zach Hanna there. But it's because Joyce is closing on them.
Wow. So good. Absolutely fantastic performance here.
Yeah, and again, the course has changed a little bit over the additions of Broken Arrow. So I didn't really feel like I could pin down a true record this morning when I was looking back through the historical notes. Actually, 8th Edition Fireball's in the chat, and he could definitely tell me the exact course records, I'm sure, for the closest iteration.
Welcome to the chat, Liam. Always good to have you here.
Iterations of this race, but again, the men, it's right around 36 minutes for the full course. There's Cam Smith making his way.
Oh.
He looks like he wants to sneak another podium spot in.
We did. Well, he is on the podium spot right now already. So
Well, he's
now
in-
he's like,
yeah,
could
in
we
third.
even possibly move up?
Looking to move up again. Another Olympian in the field. I love our sport.
I mean, can you get a more stacked field across those 3 races in one single weekend, one single location in North America? I don't think you can.
I don't think you can either. I feel like, again, the 46K kind of used to be one of the prime races here, but really now the 23K is the pinnacle of this race weekend, particularly when it's been double tagged by the Golden Trail World Series, the WMRA World Series, a U.S. National Championships, a qualifier race. It really has elevated the 23K to the pinnacle of the sport.
And so actually, to your point, on the national championship, so Cam would be holding the title right now, even though he would be sitting at 3rd.
Yes, he is currently leading the men's U.S. National Championship race. And then on our screen, Eden O'Day is a British athlete. So that is part of the, again, there are a lot of folks coming out of the UK who are like the Adkin. Are they siblings?
Oh, yeah.
Like
Scout and Jacob.
Yeah. Incredible uphill and classic mountain athletes. Zach Hanna is running well in this field. Now Eden O'Day, a new name for me. Really excited again to learn about some new faces, but that appears to be who is on our screen, making her way up the field in the Ascent today. There's Steph Bruce and Jade Bellsberg running together. Again, Jade, one of those incredibly versatile athletes in the field. Qualified for every single distance for Team Canada for the World Championships last year.
There we go. He's done it.
He made the move.
He made the move. Ladies and gentlemen, from the U.S., Cam Smith now running in 2nd place. And he's not going to stop here. We know he's comfortable on super steep. We know he's comfortable on technical as well.
Yeah. And then we do have confirmation from Liam in the chat. Thank you, 8th Station Fireball. This is the same course as 2024, where Patrick ran 36:21 and Joyce Najiro ran 45:39, and
Both
those
course
are the course records.
Right.
So I'm not sure that we're going to be in course record territory for the men today. I'm seeing we're just about 34 minutes into the race, and they do have a little bit more to go as far as, like, we haven't seen the Stairway to Heaven climb. We haven't seen that kind of final little rock scramble, and then that kick right up to the top, where we have seen moves made in that final little kick to the top.
And so it seems like Philemon is trying to hold on to Cam Smith right now on the right-hand side of your screen, while, man, Patrick is not slowing down one bit, and I feel like the gap is, if not staying the same, or if not possibly increasing. I think, Corinne, we have our answer. Like, 2 times world champion Patrick Communal is back in the game at its top level, looking back, just gauging what's going on in. I was announcing an interview. I believe we'll have it this time with Patrick Communal to hear what his strategy is for this Ascent.
For the FK tomorrow, I will try to pin the podium side, and it will be my first race to run vertical since 2 years ago, because I had a little injury with my tendon. So it will be my first race, and I want to pin the podium side.
that just going for a podium is probably maybe not a top of mind. I feel like it's like I am a killer and I'm going for the win. And again, he's making this look really easy.
I mean, look at that
again,
stride.
they've ascended from just over 6,000 feet. They're going to gain just about 3,000 feet in that. It is, you know, they're at high elevation for a race like this. The air is dry. It's not that hot out, which is great weather conditions. It's a little bit overcast, a little bit breezy at the top. You see the shorts there moving around on our videographers and camera operators in the field. But I just saw Cam Smith enter the screen here. But this is kind of that quote unquote scrambly section where it's just a little bit awkward. The footing is awkward. It's not quite straightforward. You see Patrick grabbing onto the cable there to just keep it upright. It's honestly really smart. It lessens the workload. It's very similar to being able to use poles all of a sudden. It's just like pull yourself up.
Exactly.
You're not
yourself
slipping.
up. Yep. And controlling your balance. And look at these images, ladies and gentlemen. This is Broken Arrow. This is the kind of the DNA of this race. This absolutely phenomenal ridge with everything in the background. And if we go 360 on the other side, we'll see Lake Tahoe.
There it is, the new Stairway to Heaven. It looks like it might be a little bit wider than the old one, and I think it might have cabling on both sides of it, which is really nice for our runners making their way up to the Stairway to Heaven. And again, Brenda did promise that it will be painted red, maybe orange, before next year's edition of the race. They just had it replaced in the last 2 weeks.
And look at that, as you were saying, like holding on to both cables on both sides, pulling himself up, and it's good to see. Like, you know, it's a vertical, it's a short race, and yet he has not only hydration, but by the look at the color of this water, that is fuel as well.
I love that he was like, gotta put it in the mouth, hold on for a second. This drone footage is insane, and there is Cam Smith making a charge. It's still probably gonna be, 15, 20 seconds, but Cam is still running through this section. What an absolute... Keep it up, right, Cam. I was gonna say, what an absolute legend! Like he took a really good break post Olympics again, where he finished 4th with teammate Anna Gibson in the Skimo relay. But then he raced at Vail Mountain Games just maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And I feel like that was his rust buster. Here we are.
And taking the big W, ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Communal, representing Team Run Together, 2 times world champion, and again, taking the win, Cam Smith, fist up in the air. He can be proud. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Patrick
we're tired.
is cooked.
Look how tight this is, though. There's the one. There is Slim. Christian Allen going to finish just off the podium in 4th, but 2nd American for that national championship.
And the bell is being rung loud. We're going to hear it all
Christian.
weekend.
Oh, that's okay, that's okay.
And here's Brian.
Yep.
Yeah, the gap here for our top 5 is really, really tight. We've got 5 and 6 now charging across the line.
So Brian Rodriguez from Mexico.
Again, great performances for him last year at the World Championship level in both the vertical and the up-down. I think that's Mika maybe going to finish in 7th.
Well done, yes. Okay,
Again, he's been dealing with knee injuries for years now, but really
still
finding
can't
ways to
run
stay
downhill.
fit. Yeah. The kid stays fit, but from like arm biking. Like the amount of work that he can do in less than ideal conditions is pretty wild. But our camera is also going to go back to make sure that we are not missing that excellent battle between Joyce and Anna Gibson for that 1-2 finish spot.
And so here, I believe it is Cesare Maestri from Italy. Yep, there we go, coming across the line. Oh, it is a sprint finish.
Wow, this men's top 10 group really, really tight together, all under the 40-minute mark.
Kieran Nate coming in with a smile on his face for his 6th participation at the Broken Arrow Skyrace. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Rory Linkletter experiencing technical terrain.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear from our field correspondents up at the top because, again, that was some very interesting, very dynamic racing, big shakeups as the race went on, people waiting to be patient and make their moves. But again, we're hoping that we get a good aerial of Joyce and Anna making their way through that rocky section because they are not far behind at this point.
I agree with you, Corinne. I hope we can switch back to them, or at least with a split screen. Oh, the clouds are coming in.
It's hard to keep your drone in the air when it gets breezy up there.
Here we go,
Rory.
ladies and gentlemen. Your fastest Canadian
Half marathoner.
Yes, he's the only one who
Under
has
60.
broken 60 minutes.
Yeah, but again, a 2:06 marathon at Boston this year. Wow, it is breezy up top.
Oh yeah, the weather is turning. You can see the flags now. Oh, that's going to be a headwind into the finish for now these participants, just to add a bit of spice to an already very challenging course. And look at that, giving everything they have to make it across the line. There we go, drone shot. Corinne, I'm going to need an extra pair of eyes. Where are these ladies?
I think that's...
I can see Anna
There's
right on the
Anna.
left.
I think, is that Joyce just in front of her? Are we going to have a sprint finish from atop the ladder? Oh, boys, you're going to have to move out of the way.
And to your point, this ladder could accommodate two runners. There could be passes on there. Oh, man,
I
they're
don't think
so
we're going to
close.
see a pass
They're
on
so
the
close.
ladder, but we're going to see something get ugly right after the ladder. Come on, Joyce. Come on, Anna. Wow, they are going to come off the ladder together.
Ladies and gentlemen, send some good vibes. Whoever you're supporting, they're going to need it.
Okay, there is our F1 and F2 coming off the ladder.
We had called out for a rematch, and it is 100% happening.
And
Both of them.
they are going to be under the course record as well. 42-48 on the clock. It's going to be really, really close to that 45, what did I say, 39? Oh, it's going to be a battle. That's hard terrain to make a move on, though.
My heart is absolutely racing. Woo!
There's Liam, so Joyce and Anna have got to be right
They're
there.
coming next. Coming in next.
Oh,
Who's going to get it?
my heart is in my throat. Oh, sir,
no.
sir, move.
And
It's
it's
Anna!
Anna Gibson gets the best out of Joyce and Giroux coming across
Oh
the line
my
with a smile
God.
on her face. She's done it.
Anna Gibson, under the course record, welcoming Joyce. Oh, what a battle for the women's
And
race.
this is what I love about our sport. Such respect and love for one another. They went hard against each other, and then you cross the line, you congratulate each other, celebrate a hard effort. And because such competition is the way to get the best out of themselves today. Oh, I'm short for words. Woo, what a finish we had.
We do have a field correspondent at the top, so we will eventually be getting podium interviews up there, as well as trying to welcome in our top 10 women into that finishing area as well. Wow, what an epic battle. I want to hear about that move.
It's like, yeah, you have to have some left in the tank all the way to the finish. Switch into, lower gear, shorter stride, sprint out.
Wow, absolutely phenomenal racing. So I guess who's going to round out our podium? That's what we need to know. Because we haven't seen a lot.
Valentin Ruto, I believe.
Yep, and Eden O'Day, I think, was just with her, right behind her. So interesting to see maybe where they are. And then the French athlete
Nelly Clément
was sitting in
Nelly
fifth,
Clément.
so probably
We'll
in
see
that kind of podium,
how
the
she did.
fifth,
Yes,
fifth
'cause
place mark.
She is strong on very steep as well, so maybe on that last part she could make a move. There we go, and you were right. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, Nelly Clément from France. But there are
Tabor
more
Hemming.
ladies.
Tabor Hemming just came across the line.
Of course, she was third in the last checkpoint. Yeah.
So I do think Tabor Hemming rounded out our podium.
She did indeed. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, with the sunglasses on.
Love to see it. Lots of congrats going on to the fellow competitors that you're bumping elbows with.
And so back in the men, Patrick Kimeno For those joining us right now in the chat, took the big W here, just ahead. So not on the course record though.
Women under the course record, men not. Yeah, Patrick missed his own course record by maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then Anna was under Joyce's course record by about 2 minutes. And conditions were prime, you know, maybe a little bit muggy, but just below 60 degrees at the start this morning.
Yeah.
Breezy at the top, but it didn't look like it was gusting.
There she is, Nelly Clément. So now the question is, did she manage to close and pass all the ladies that were between her and Tabor Hemming? And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, interview with our men's winner, Patrick Communal, 2-time world champion.
You were
Let's hear
super
it.
patient at the start. Can you tell us about the moves that you made to stay in front and take the win on this race?
First of all, thank you so much, and I'm very glad that I have won the race. This is my third time running the Broken Arrow, and this is my second winning for vertical. And today my strategy is that I started very slow because I knew the whole course. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll send it back to the booth.
Patrick, a man of few but very important words when we do get a comment out of him.
And I love that he's getting better and better with the years and more comfortable on the mic.
We like to say that we're like, Patrick and Philemon have great English, but they always talk so quietly because they're nervous about it.
Yeah. But as you said, men have very few words, but they're powerful. I remember like at some of the press conference before events, it's like, oh, are you intimidated? There's a lot of stacked feelings. Like, yeah, but no one is 2-time world champion. Boom.
The confidence there is really, really special. So again, Anna Gibson is your women's race winner. We'll get a comment from her in the field in just a little bit. Joyce Najiro in second position there. Kind of looking back through the field, Tabor Hemming rounds out your women's podium, finishing in third position. It looks like Melanie Almont.
Oh, yeah. So
out of Edwards, Colorado, finishing fourth female.
and then Nelly Clément
in fifth. Erin Moyer.
Oh, congratulations
here we go,
on your
Smith, ladies and
race.
gentlemen.
You're back from racing post-Olympics this year. Curious to hear about your mindset coming back into trail running after an Olympic performance.
It's really a celebration of a 4-year build-up to something super intense like going to the Olympics, and after that, like accomplishing a lifelong dream, which was better than I ever could have imagined. I'm really excited to kind of have the freedom to chase other goals. So I'm putting a lot more energy into running this summer than I have, when normally I'm kind of thinking about winter all year long, and doing a lot of the events that I'm really excited about that I haven't been able to do just with being so on ski. Broken Arrow, and just be part of such an amazing field of runners and so much energy. So just really excited to race, whether it's in the Olympics, Broken Arrow, or like a backyard race with a stopwatch. Like, I just love competing, and this is one of the best ways to do it.
That's so awesome, and congratulations again. It was so nice chatting with you, and good luck on everything else in the future. So
we're suffering with technology a little bit at the summit there, which is not that surprising. The conditions are definitely going to make that a bit trickier, but I was kind of working my way back to the top 10 women. Erin Moyer in sixth. She's a relatively unknown name to the international scene, but she has been steadily acquiring results here in the U.S. It's unsponsored, I believe, outside of a nutrition sponsor, so would really love to see her get picked up.
There you go. Shout out to all the brands.
Jade Bellsberg in seventh position. Eden O'Day finished just behind her, so faded a little bit, back to eighth position. Steph Bruce in her first ever trail race. A mom in her 40s coming off the roads, finishing in ninth position. And then Valentine managed to stick it for 10th. So that was our top 10 women on their way through the top of the Ascent today. A really, really excellent field.
Excellent field indeed. And it was super good to see Cam, full of stoked, super happy with his performance. It's interesting to hear that he's focusing more on running. We'll hopefully see him again.
He's been able to exhale a little bit out of the Olympic push, I think. He was really paramount in the U.S. getting a spot for the Olympics, for pushing USA Skimo to, I think, be what it is today is a super big deal. And I just also want to highlight the spread in the women's top 10.
8, 7.
Was
Oh,
like
there we go. So we
less
have
than
now
5 minutes.
third place, Philemon Kiriago on the mic for the interview. Let's hear it.
Tell us a little bit about the course and just how you were feeling running Broken Arrow on the Ascent.
My name is Fremonobo Kiriago, Team Run Together On. I'm happy to be in America for Broken Arrow Race. I managed to learn so good. From the starting, I was reading up to 3 kilometers when my colleague Patrick comes. We push together, but the last part it was tough to me. I'm happy to run in a podium side in America. Looking forward on Sunday to see what will be.
It's amazing to have you here. Congratulations. You're welcome. I'll send it back.
And I mean, like his smile is contagious. You look at Philemon, he's just loving life, and I think this is a very good sign because you know they often always do the double, and I know like he's got a lot of strength in downhill running, and so the fact that when he's talking about Sunday on the 23K with such a bright smile on his face, I think today was a fitness test, and it's by the look of it, it's like, okay, I've ticked that box. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, today's winner, Anna Gibson. Let's hear it.
Congratulations on your win. So exciting. You were 2 minutes under the course record. You battled it out till the end. How did you dig in and pull it off? I would love to hear about your battle on the ladder.
Wow, yeah, that was definitely a really close battle with Joyce. You know, it seems like this race I either win or I get second to her, and so I was like, no matter what happens, it's going to be a good day, which just kind of helped me keep it calm, and we really battled with each other in the second half. I'm not actually sure she knew I was right behind her, so she really pulled me along, and I could not have done it without her.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, super, super impressive race by Anna Gibson. I just also want to highlight the men's top 10 spread was less than 2 minutes. And the women's top 10 spread was under 5 minutes. So
Wow.
really, really tight racing today, particularly for the podium positions. Incredibly tight.
And so, again, back to the chat, we appreciate you being here. We love sharing those images. This is like super exciting to have images of all these runners across this Ascent course, and that's just a preview of what we're gonna see this entire weekend. Tomorrow on the 46Ks, and then on Sunday once again see a absolute throwdown of all the world's best coming to have a crack at the $30,000 prize first place
it's
prize money.
Big payday.
Big payday. And again, it goes 10 deep, goes down 12,000 for second, 6,000 for third, and then all the way down to 10th. Whew.
I mean, I think there's going to be some interesting race tactics for that prize purse. You got to be in it to win it, because you make 5 times the amount of money from first to third.
Congratulations on your race at Broken Arrow. I would love to hear about closing the gap and just the battle that you guys had out there on the course with Anna.
Well, I can say it was cool at the beginning. I didn't know I will perform this way. I wasn't sure how I'll perform. And then after 2 kilometers, I was behind Anna, and I just kept on with the pace. And after 3 kilometers coming to the small downhill, I just caught up with her. I tried to read, and then she caught me at the end, but I did my best. I'm super happy, just defending the second place from last year. So I'm quite happy about it. Yeah.
Amazing job, and congratulations on such an incredible performance. We'll send it back now.
Yeah, really cool to hear that she was like, I don't know where my fitness was, but I was going to see what would happen. Very, very cool battle. Also really cool that they both kind of shouted out the competition and saying hey, she got the best out of me.
Yeah.
She pulled me along. Yeah. I did everything I could to stay with her. I did everything I could to break her. And then, we had a battle all the way to the finish line. Incredibly cool racing.
And that's another good sign again for Joyce, because we'll see her obviously in the 23K as well. And we just caught a glimpse of her downhill running ability, and she was just flying, opening up. So in this up-down, it will be super interesting. There you go. Third place finisher, ladies and gentlemen, Tabor Hemming here on the screen very shortly.
Such a stacked field here at Broken Arrow. Would just love to hear how you felt competing in this race with such an incredible field.
Yeah, it was just a really fun time. It's been a while since I've done something hard and fast like this, and in such a really deep field. And this is my 4th year at Broken Arrow, and it's a great way to start the weekend like this and really, remember how bad that climb hurts, but then the gorgeous view at the top. So yeah, it was a great time.
Good, I'm so glad. Amazing job. Thank you so much for chatting with us, and congratulations again. We'll send it back.
Oh, I love the Hemming squad. I think, are they headed over to Marathon du Mont Blanc?
I believe they are.
They like to double down, and so they've done it before where they leave Tahoe and they sprint over to Chamonix and jump in the marathon over there. They have also tried to back that up to Mount Marathon before, 3 race weekends in a row with a lot of travel.
With that travel across.
I'm excited to see both Eli and Tabor racing a little bit more this year, and both seemingly having negotiated what those injuries were that they were dealing with and back to form.
Back to form, for those who don't know, Tabor's partner in life, Eli Hemming, OCC winner. He's like absolute world-class athlete, and he's the course record holder in the 46K, and he will be racing it again tomorrow. So we're definitely expecting him to do really well. And it looks like the training has been going absolutely perfectly for these two. So we're pretty excited to see how Eli can take it. And as you said, also, having dealt with injury, when he did this amazing performance at OCC, he actually completely cooked himself. But he's finally figured out what the issue was, and he's good. Here we go.
Getting some infield commentary.
And I love, this is very smart use of poles to get you up the hill and catching up these smiles.
I don't think we're leaving you all, but I do think we are going to go to a commercial break in just a little bit. But we'll be back to do a final and official sign-off for you guys. But love that our cameras are going back through the middle of the pack, the back of the pack, as they make their way up to the top. Lots of triple crown, triple threat runners. But we'll see you guys in just a few.
I woke up today feeling alive. The landscape is rich with testing opportunities.
The rocks are intimidating and beautiful. I feel small.
The desert abounded with
Intelligent life except for Addie and I.
My name is Addie Bracey.
My name is Caleb Olson.
The ACG Zagama feels like a soft crash pad into a different paradigm.
Resting heart rate 42.
Resting heart rate 44.
End of transmission.
And we'll comment.
No, we are back live from the studio before we sign off for the day. I don't know if you guys caught it right before we went to commercial, but there was some guy that just goes, "Oh, love this shit," or "Live for this shit."
Live for this shit.
Truly.
I mean, again, look at that frame. The weather is now clearing out, the sun is out, the flowers are blossoming. There we go.
Yeah. What's on our screen, I think there's some Sierra Tiger Lily around the corner, but that on your screen is actually Arrowleaf Balsam Root. Not to call it the ACG graphics, but it's one of my favorite flowers that we have out here in the Mountain West.
How good is that? And so again, we've wrapped up the top 10, so we're going to have actually a race recap, the highlight of what just went down. We're going to be commenting that, and then we'll be back for the top finishers ranking. So there we go. That was the start not so long ago. It felt like it happened just in a blink of an eye. Hot out of the gate, up that very steep first part. This is where the race can be lost, but definitely not won. And it was a hot start for Philemon Cariago. And party on! I love that we have a little bit of a punk rock tunes for this race recap.
Yeah, we'll be joining you guys with the music all the way through. An absolute epic battle on both sides. Patrick was patient. Joyce was patient. It paid off for Patrick. It didn't quite pay off for Joyce as Anna made that move right at the end, but tight battles on both sides for the podium. Patrick, such a beautiful move up through the rocks to get the day done. Patrick winning the men's race, just missing his own course record, followed closely by U.S. Skimo Olympian, Dina Fit runner Cam Smith.
Taking the national title.
Yep, U.S. national uphill title. Philemon, followed closely by Christian Allen, the slim runner.
So close. As you were saying, top 10 runners in the men's race, under 2 minutes gap.
Anna Gibson.
With a smile on her face.
Glitter on her cheeks. Smile on her face. Followed closely by Joyce again, breaking Joyce's course record from 2024. Both of them going 2 minutes under it. Tabor Hemming rounding out that women's podium, racing her way back, kind of mid-Achilles injury, post-Achilles injury. Really, really wonderful podiums. Anna and Tabor landing on the U.S. national uphill podium as well. Really, really good racing out there today.
Oh, and look at that now. The sun is out. There you go. Team, your top 10. Anna Gibson, Joyce St. Giraud, Tabor Hemming, Miana Almonte, Nelly Clément from France, Erin Moyer, Jade Belsberg, Eden O'Day, Stephanie Bruce, and Valentine Ruto. She fell back a little, but it's good to see that she held on to the top 10 and therefore in the prize money again. Top 10 finisher, men and women across the vertical, the 46Ks and the 23Ks will go home with prize money.
And I think all of them but Steph Bruce are doubling back to the 23K on Sunday. So in it for the big prize purse.
You got to be in it to win it. And in the men's race, today's winner, Patrick Kimeno, taking the big W. Cam Smith came back super strong. Philemon Kiriago in third. Christian Allen. Brian Rodriguez, who is really, really well supported in the chat. Casey Campbell, Michael Benoit Rousseau, Cesare Maestri, Kieran Nate, and Jarrett Gillingham. And look at that, just 2 minutes in the top 10.
Yeah, you had to be ready to battle to make it in the men's top 10 today. Really impressive across the board there. And there's more racing to come this weekend. I think that's the biggest.
So much more.
The biggest thing is that you will see us tomorrow at what time? 6:30 a.m.?
6:30 a.m. for the start of the live broadcast of this 46-kilometer. So today was just a warm-up. Like, we got excited. We got a lot going on. And as you said, there's a lot of these names we will see again on Sunday for the 23Ks. Again, thank you so much for being with us. You know, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. Like, the goal of this weekend is sharing it with everyone. And, you know, it's an invitation. It's an invitation to get out. And if you can't race this weekend, just get out of the door, find some dirt, run in it, have some fun.
Yeah, and join us back here tomorrow, bright and early, 6:30, to follow the 46K. Another exciting race before we're back in studio again on Sunday to follow the 23K. We love you all. We're excited to continue to cheer on these runners, and we will see you tomorrow morning.
Until then, be well. Peace.
Bye.
96, 97, 98, 99, 100. 100 dogs, 100 miles, 24 hours. I can't believe we're finally doing this thing, man. Can't believe it.
Until Jonas has come around, nobody's even considered eating 100 glizzies and running 100 miles.
Pure grill seeker, destined to dummy dogs.
Over 10,000 meters of vertical ascent.
It's unheard of. It's like walking off the edge of the earth.
Traveling some of the harshest terrain in the Rocky
Every
Mountains.
dog has its day.
Let me be frank, it's impossible.
Can one man guzzle 100 glizzies and run 100 miles?
This is how the sausage gets made.
Like climbing into the gate of hot dog hell.
It's a true underdog story.
Jonas, my bottom line question is, why are you doing this? What's the point of all this for you?
As far back as I can remember, glizzies were all he had.
As a kid, I was kind of a lost dog.
Jonas hated authority.
Oh, cooked glizzy, dude.
Yeah, he was a bit of an instigator.
Fucking Mr. Frank, look on these buns! Yeah!
Without running, he might have been in some real hot dog water.
Me and Chester just started going on these big adventures together.
Him and Chester, they were inseparable.
Who is this glizzy guy with the feline?
And then it happened.
The world is in mourning today after beloved ultra-running cat Chester dies at the age of 17.
Chester.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah.
After Chester passed, it just ignited this foot-long fire.
He was a man possessed.
Pushing the limits of the human digestive system. The amount of glizzies I'm eating would kill a horse. You can't run with the big dogs if you're still pissing like a pup. You're gonna know my name, and I'm gonna relish in it. Wiener takes all. Wiener takes all. Our stomachs are capable of so much more than we think.
How's the
Come on.
Oh my god, that was so awesome.
Sorry, I forgot that.
Oh yeah, I ran myself. Oh, I see. Yeah, workout. I have my back here.
Amazing. Hey guys, nice job. Oh my gosh, good job.
Guillaume, tu veux que je reste fixe?
Good work, man. Yeah, that's great. That was smart. That was definitely tough. Yeah.
Congratulations! Yeah, nice work! Yeah!
Stoked to be here.
That's crazy.
was just like, you know, I'm not.
Oh, so tough.
Congrats.
Hey, thank you. I was gonna say, do you want Any better? Yeah. Just follow this track. The strand is like about a
Sorry, hi. Hello.
This is Fred.
This is Fred. Hello, Fred.
Fred, you ready?
Hello.
Yeah.
Congrats, guys.
Tomorrow. Yeah. Cool. Want to head out?
Cold, but I said right in the high.
Well, was it two? It felt like you were about to, and then you didn't. Then it came out.
Question, on est où là? Ok, ça marche, parce que j'entends à peine du coup. La mienne? Gwen, c'était pour moi.
dangerous.
It's awesome. Are you able to?
Congratulations! Right? I met you last year. Yes, yes. Nice work.